This is Paul Singh, the market speculator, with the weekly swing trade report here. Let's get to it. Let's take a look at SPY here. Now, if we look at the current market, we've had this great run off this W pattern. We've had this nice breakout, which is why we were very aggressive with our longs during this period. We've had a fantastic run here going up from about 194 here to 210. Pulling back a little bit and still holding that 9 moving average, which is going to be key for us here. Now, going into this week, what we want to see for longs is a break of this 210 level, and then maybe we test the 212, 214, which is all-time highs going back in here. So we're very extended. We're getting near those all-time highs. We need to see that level break out. Because we're a little more extended at this point, we were very aggressive in here. I was up to 10 or 11 positions. I've lightened up. I've gone back to about, I think it's 5 or 6 positions in here. Took some profits this week in stocks like Lulu, which we had played as an earnings breakout pullback in here. And as it came up here, market's getting extended. We've been getting out. We've slowly been getting out of our commodities plays. You can see here, ERX, we entered around 22 something and got out right around 29. Same thing with FCX, with Joy here, and a couple of other stocks that we've been lightening up on. And I've still got a few more positions here. You can see where I have them flagged. I'm looking for GWPH to get up here to 90. We do have just to kind of give us in a sense, a short by going a short the market. We've got DZZ here, which is an inverse ETF on gold. We're really right at our entry in here. And then biotech, which we're going to go into the sectors in a second, but LABU here, we took half profits. We entered here around 29, took half profits in the 25s. Now we're looking for 40 to 45. So biotech is actually setting up really nicely. Now this is a triple leverage, looking at more of the small cap plays here, and looks like we're ready for that breakout. So I like biotech a lot right now, especially the small caps. If we look at IBB here, the similar pattern, IBB is similar to SPY, and XBI would be more similar to IWM, basically the small cap type stocks. I really like how this is acting here, and we should get a breakout. If you're not already in biotech, I would watch, if we're looking at something like XBI, a break of this line right in here. So if you want to be more aggressive and use a triple leveraged LABU like I am, you could even enter right here or just wait for the break in here. A couple other sectors here, gold. Has been on a nice run, especially silver here, very extended. I think it's about ready to pull back. And then one of my favorite sectors here, and you can probably hear my kids in the background here. We're traveling, so we're hearing a little bit of them. But SLX, which is the silver ETF here, and I think I have that wrong. Is it SXL? No, we'll just use X here. So if we look at it, it's one of the leading stocks here still. You can see this has been moving along with the sector and actually beating the sector. Looks like it might be extended and ready to pull back. We can see stochastics were at extreme levels and kind of rolling over here. I'm going to watch the 9 very closely. And if we do break the 9 here, I might even consider a short. Last week, that was a theme we were thinking about, was lightening up on some of these commodities, which we love, but they're going to pull back at some point and then reset up as longs. But in the meantime, we can kind of gain the pullback, and the 9 would be a nice spot. So if we look at X, if we look at FCX, which I've already lightened up, if we look at Joy, they're all hanging around their 9s. And if that 9 breaks, that becomes a nice little quick, aggressive short setup. Now, one other thing we'll go over here is this list you're seeing on the corner here. We know earnings season has just started. This is my earnings breakout watch list. In the boot camp, Bulls on Wall Street boot camp webinar, we talked about the earnings breakout setup. I won't go into too much detail here, but basically we're looking at the breakouts, then we're looking for our optimal entries, and I have 4 different entries I take on these earnings breakouts, and actually a 5th if we talk about short setups. But you can see my list here. We can just go through it here, and you're going to see a similar theme. We're looking for high volume, big gap breakouts, breaking clean levels here, and all of these are pretty much setting up the same way. Now we'll watch in the next couple of weeks how they set up, and then we can go long. Again, there's 4 different long setups, and I actually have 1 different short setup. In one of my aggressive accounts, I actually took a stab at TTS as one of those more aggressive shorts. So that's it for the weekly report. Again, keep an eye on how SPY handles this level here, key level we're at. Is it going to break to new highs, or is it going to pull back in? Commodities feels like we're extended here, lightening up. If you haven't already, probably a good time to lighten up a little bit, and maybe even consider shorts if we pull back below the 9 moving averages. And that's what we're keying in on. Now, if you're interested in more, I have the daily swing trade alerts here, where we send out a video every day during the weekdays, getting our focus lists, going over our trades, and then I send out alerts during the week. And there's the monthly plan for $100 a month. You get 32% off if you go with the 3-month plan. And then the annual plan is amazing, 50% off. It ends up being $50 a month. So check that out if you're interested in my alerts and my daily focus list. You can see here, I'm not actually logged in, but there's a dashboard in here that you could go in and you could see the latest report and my focus list and everything. So until then, we'll meet up again next week. We'll see how the week played out and reset our bias going into the next week.